Welcome to C.D.C. Unfiltered. We are chronic, determined, and coping. Join us as we try to break through the fog of today's healthcare system, or lack thereof. We are not medical professionals. This information is for educational purposes only and collective support. We would like to officially introduce ourselves today. We are.
I'm Kara for Chronic.
I am Donna, and I'm determined.
And I'm Crystal, and I'm coping. Well, trying to.
And together,
And
that makes
we are
C.D.C.
C.D.C.
The first thing that we wanted to go over today, Crystal?
Well, first thing is the number of viewers that we have had blows my freaking mind. Like when Donna showed me the actual number for just episode 2, I paused my music, which I don't pause, and I actually about started to cry. I didn't realize that so many people would listen, and then the difference between episode 1 and episode 2, so many people are not only listening, but they're coming back. So our rambling, either people are really enjoying or people actually need it. Donna, do you know those? Do you still have those numbers up?
We have had, of course, my phone decided to close like the second you asked.
It's okay. The cat jumped back up on my desk.
188 plays for our episode 2, and it's actually at 189 since I last checked.
189.
Mhm.
Holy crap,
189.
guys. And that's just the second episode.
Yeah. Now with all of them together, it's 246 plays.
That is so
Now I know,
bittersweet because to me,
it's a total of 10 hours, which
Yeah.
Is a lot, and we ramble, so like I'm sure that people are gonna fast forward through some parts because we are neurospicy, all of us. So we're gonna ramble, but that's a lot.
That's a lot. And I find that to be very bittersweet because for us, that's exciting. Except for that means that this amount of people need something along these lines. And I don't know about everybody else, but I have a hard time speaking for myself, let alone anybody else. But I am very humbled that there's people out there that want to hear what we have to say, individually and collectively. And I'm sorry for every one of you that is listening because they want information, because you're in the same boat we're in, and it sucks. And I know that it sucks. But thank you for listening. Please, if you want to hear about something particular or you want to share your day with us, send us messages, reach out.
Well, we do have a LinkedIn, no, that's the wrong word. Linktree, there we go, that's the word. We do have a Linktree with all of our information in our bio. We have an Instagram, we have a TikTok, we have a YouTube, we have a Spotify. Crystal, Facebook,
Snapchat. We have pretty much all of them that I can think of to go on, because the more people that see us, the more people we can build a community of. Like, we're not here to, as we said, we're not doctors, we're not diagnoses, we're not doing anything like that. But if you're struggling like we are, maybe we can help. We've had people struggling to get diagnosed with doctors. If you know what they're going through, what our struggles are, what our symptoms are, and all these different things, maybe you can help your doctor along and be like, hey, well, this person, maybe could we possibly check for this? I've done a little bit of research. Doctors hate it, but if we don't stand up for ourselves right now, unfortunately, I don't think we're getting anywhere with our healthcare system.
You're right.
No.
And not for nothing, this is something that everybody has a tendency to forget. I do as well. Nobody has resided in your body longer than you have. So we need to stop listening to what other people are telling us when we know our own bodies. If you've had something that you've been dealing with for such a long time, we need to stop allowing doctors to tell us that it's just anxiety or it's just being a woman or lose some weight. Because,
And as much as we have
they don't know
to say, right? Because we have we could talk all day. We do it all the time. But as much as we have to say with our experiences, part of the point of this is also for us to learn from you guys that watch, because we could be struggling with something that maybe one of you has an answer for, just like we may have an answer for one of the things that you may be struggling for. We want this to go both
Mhm.
ways. We want it to be a community. We want it to be a safe space where you can feel like shit and it doesn't matter. It's okay. We still want to hear from you. We still want to build that strength. Good days, bad days, sleepy days,
Mhm.
crying days,
Um,
all of it.
I just thought of something. We can also probably create a special email that we can put in our link tree
No.
for people who don't use social media but listen to us on Spotify and want to send us questions, or if they have a story that they want to share but they don't want to share. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like we can share it for them.
Yeah, that's a great
So we can
idea.
also do that.
We do have a Gmail. We will post that everywhere. I'm gonna make a note
We'll do
right
a
now,
special one though.
and we'll.
We'll make a special one,
Okay,
a special inbox for it.
Okay. Sounds good.
sounds good.
Yeah,
Mhm.
because that's definitely a way for people to be able to reach out and be able to talk to us a little bit better.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, for the people who don't use social media.
Right. I agree.
And Crystal, did you have a doctor's appointment recently?
Well, so yes and no. The doctor's appointment was actually over a month ago. And at that doctor's appointment, we had some discussions about possibly going on a newer medication called Korlym, Korlym. It's kind of a scary medication, because it is for people who have Cushing's syndrome and uncontrolled diabetes. And I don't have Cushing's. At least I've never been diagnosed with it. I do have uncontrolled diabetes. I'm currently still taking 4 medications. I'm actually prescribed 5, but one I can't get anymore. And as talking to Donna before going on this, my sugars beeped at 250. I haven't eaten since 3 p.m., which was over 4 hours ago. So my doctor talked with the drug rep and everything, like, oh, this medication would be perfect. It would help with this, and this. And I was very hesitant. But I did agree to get the medication and go from there and see, because who knows if I can get a medication to help with my weight, help with my diabetes, help with my memory loss, help with all of these different things. If I can take one pill, please let that work. That was over a month ago. The request for the name brand medication was denied because I didn't have the diagnosis of Cushing's. Well, apparently there's a generic. They requested that, and I got the denial letter in the mail for that, because that medication is for people who have had the surgery or do not qualify for the surgery related to Cushing's. And I've had a couple surgeries, but nothing on my brain. So it's kind of worrying the shit out of me, because we're trying so hard to get something. And in that denial form that I got, it did show the diagnosis of Cushing's syndrome, which scared the ever living hell out of me. The more that I've looked at it, the more mad that I get, because the list of symptoms is me since the age of 14.
Mhm.
I recently went to the doctor because I had gained over 30 pounds in less than a month. You can see I actually still have quite a bit of it in my face. And that's when we started talking about this. But on top of that, learning more about it, one of the main symptoms is moon face, which, if you look at me on episode 1 compared to now, this is not just an 8 chin. This is actually part of that moon face, because my skin, I'm unhappy with it. My diabetes being out of control, high cortisol level, which, oh my God, the other cat. You've now seen all 3.
Karma.
Um,
Karma kitty.
the whole things with Cushing is cortisol. Well, I was talking to my sister, and she was like, well, probably about 15 years ago, they did test me for cortisol, and nothing came of it. And My
Oh.
cortisol levels are so screwed up that the MA actually called me and said, you didn't tell me that you work overnights. And I said, I don't. And he's like, oh, because your cortisol is supposed to go up in the morning to help you through the day. Well, mine goes up at like midnight. And I did say that I did work overnights, but that was over 15 years ago. But on top of this, I'm finding that purple stretch marks, which I do have on my
Hi, Karma.
purple stretch marks, which I have not had a child, but I do have on my stomach because my weight fluctuates. But normal people, they're not purple. Didn't know that. Acne and oily skin. I am 37 years old and I get pimples like I'm 15. Slow wound healing. That's been a big thing for me and my sister, so that's weird. Irregular periods. I started birth control when I was 15 because of irregular periods, and I have PCOS. So I just kind of pushed that off to PCOS, which is polycystic ovarian syndrome. Obviously the moon phase, and I did also just see that memory loss and memory issues comes with Cushing's as well, which if you knew me 4 years ago, my memory my memory is horrible. I I don't even know how to put it. And I kept blaming it on, well, did COVID do this? Because a lot of people are talking about that. Or, I do have people with Alzheimer's and well, maybe not Alzheimer's, but definitely with dementia in my family. And then I have a lot of family that I don't know their history. And looking at all of it and putting it all together, and if a doctor would have seen all of this, I could have been diagnosed a long time ago. And that really pisses me off. And the reason that pisses me off is because I've had one primary doctor from the age of 17 to 36.
Yep.
And I hope he listens to this and knows that, and hears that you can't just look at one thing. We are not one diagnosis. If you look at everything, instead of saying, oh, she's just diabetic, she's fat, she's got, memory issues, oh, she doesn't take care of her hygiene, that's why she gets pimples, oh, her cortisol is messed up, well, she worked overnights 15 years ago and it's still messed up. If you didn't try to find an excuse for everything and you put it all together, that is what we need. And from what I understand, many, many moons ago, that's what healthcare was.
It was.
And we need to get back to that.
Can I interject for just a moment?
Please.
Doctors are taught so much to, when they're looking for a diagnosis, if they hear hoofbeats, it's a horse and not a zebra. Okay, like that is something that they are taught from the moment they go into med school. And I only know this because this is what doctors have told me, right? Like I'm not a doctor. I've never gone to med school. But every doctor that I have gone to has told me this same exact story. When they are in school, they are taught to always look for the most common diagnosis. So when you hear hoofbeats, think horse and not a zebra. But unfortunately, we're not only zebras, we're flipping unicorns at this point.
You can say that again. And I understand that if you only saw the doctor once a year. Like most
Right,
people.
but we don't.
No. I'm gonna name drop, and Mike, if you're listening to this, I'm extremely mad at you, and no, I'm not gonna find you at your new location that I already know where you are back. But in order for me to even get this diagnosis was for one doctor to look at everything and listen. And this doctor is amazing. She's in Florida, where I am located. And if anybody's local and they want to know, I'm more than happy. But what was that? 15 to 37? That's how long I was with one doctor that I mean, there was times where I would see him every month.
Twice a month?
Oh, yeah, because of blood work. Like, one of the main things of Cushing's is moon face. This isn't just an 8 chin, which I kept saying it was just a big chin. It's not. And 3 months ago, this wasn't here.
No,
And that's
no, it wasn't.
and that really pisses me off. To the point of where I even called up, like, ladies, we don't talk much during the week, especially not like this, because we all have things that we're doing, and we live in Florida, and it's hot and it's rainy, and it affects every aspect of our diagnosis, with our feet, with our hands, with our brain, with everything. But the fact that I had to call my doctor's office again today to talk about the fact that I've waited over a month for this medication that I'm now going to be waiting at least another month to hear about, and to get MRI results from an MRI about a month ago
You
of
still
my
haven't
brain.
gotten those?
I got well, this is what she said from the MA. Luckily, I actually had another doctor's appointment in the middle of this with my neurologist, and I did go over it with him. So it's not pressing for me to be like, well, why didn't we do this? Like, luckily, I had another doctor's appointment, but I shouldn't need another doctor's appointment to go over my MRI results
With a different doctor.
with a different freaking doctor.
It's frustrating.
It really is.
So what can
But I
we
wanted
do?
to.
What can we do in instances like this? Like, what
This
are
is
people
where,
doing? What works for people? You know?
like, you need to find that you need to have that, and people don't have a village behind them all the time.
No.
Like, you need a village. You need somebody else that's going to help you remember the things that you can't remember. You need somebody that's going to help you through the doctor's appointments, or, be your voice when you can't be a voice. But not everybody has that.
Right.
No.
I mean, like, I would be fine with, like, FaceTiming people while they go to the doctors to be their, like, other voice. Like, if they needed, like, somebody to be there with them, I could do stuff like that. But, like, that's,
Yeah.
like, what do you do for, for everybody else that isn't just the three of us?
Right. Well, I
Definitely
never.
recommend. Sorry, Karen.
What was that?
Go ahead.
I definitely recommend. I'm so sorry, Karen.
You're fine.
We're gonna do that a lot.
Yeah.
But like Donna was just saying, and what Karen said was like having a village. Like, if you have the opportunity, bring somebody else to your doctor's appointment. Not necessarily to ask a bunch of questions and cut off the doctor, like I unfortunately do. Sorry. But to take notes, because in the moment, especially if you're going over results that may not be the best news, but in that moment, you're not going to actually hear, at least I know I don't hear everything that the doctor says. They kind of fade off if it's something bad, or if it's something completely unexpected. It literally, they're just talking, I'm not hearing. So having
That's
somebody with
normal.
me, yeah, it is. And that's why I started bringing her with me, so that she, like, literally, I go to her appointments and I have my phone out and I'm like, sorry, doc, I'm taking notes. And I'm texting in our chat with her everything that the doctor just said. And then when she comes with me to my appointment, she does the same thing. And
That's really
even
smart.
with doing that, stuff still falls through the cracks. But it is a very good opportunity.
It's a start.
Yes, it's a start to try to get it. And maybe the more that we do that, the more I'll actually catch and I'll hear and I'll, remember. And Lord knows my memory sucks right now. But, like, that's one thing that I will say, that if you have that opportunity, do so. As Donna said, I liked that. Even if they can't come with you, FaceTime. Be like, hey, I'm sorry. This is my best friend. She just wants to know what's going on. I give total permission for her to be on the phone to the doc. I'm not
They
sure
could
if
be
that's going to be allowed, but
typing up notes. Yeah, I think it is. Because you don't even need to tell them.
No, you don't.
If they're just
Just lay
taking the
your
notes
phone
for
in your
you,
purse and
put your phone down. I'll
put
take
it on
notes. I'll
mute.
just be,
So
like, transcribing for
if
you.
their dog barks or something, then nobody hears
Right.
it.
Like,
or their cat comes into
no,
the screen 3 different times.
Hey,
or
listen,
that.
listen,
Or meows.
listen. If they can't accept my cat, then I don't want to see
Well,
them
you
anymore.
can't hear it, but my dog is snoring right here. But you just can't hear it.
Hi, Odin.
Right.
But I just, like, I talked to the MA today, and I was mad and I felt defeated. I felt so defeated. And I'm lucky enough that I could turn around to my sister and like she basically heard everything that was just said on the phone. And like we had a little conversation right then and there. It was the middle of my work day, dude. Not even, it was like 10 a.m. I just gotten on at 8:30 or something along those lines. And like that could have ruined the rest of my day. And the simple fact
Right.
that I had somebody right then and there that I could talk to helped me not dwell on it throughout the whole day.
Right.
And that I recommend everybody do. Everybody, please do the buddy system for real. It works.
Yeah.
You know, that's also another sign of being neurospicy.
Well, I already knew I
Is
was
you need to have that auditory like processing. You need that. I call it soundboarding when
Yeah.
you soundboard off of somebody.
Mhm.
I've called you and I'm like, just listen to what I gotta say, and I just word vomit, and you're like, oh, okay. And my brain does the thing, and I'm like, all right, Kate, talk to you later, bye.
Yeah. You got to say it out loud. I was watching a video probably about a month and a half ago that explained to me. In the end, I was like, that's manifestation. Like that's what that is. Like that's the definition. But what she was saying is it was a doctor, and when you talk to yourself like in your head, right, and you're just going back and
Oh.
forth, and I hope other people do that. You're firing off like this one part of your brain, right? But if you say it out loud, you are then speaking it, you are hearing it, and then there was something else weird. It was like something specific about hearing your own voice was even different than just hearing somebody else's. And it fires off 3 different areas of your brain, and it actually opens pathways. So it makes it easier for you to do those things. And that's why like manifestation works for people, is because you are creating this pathway for your brain to start going down. So things in that pathway come easier to you. It was a really cool video. If I'll go back and I'll look and see if I can find it. That way I can refer everybody to go watch it. It wasn't that long, but it was very informative and it made so much sense. And you're doing that whether you're talking to yourself, whether you're talking to your sister, your friend, your husband, your dog, whatever. So even if you don't have somebody, go sit in the bathroom, talk to yourself for a minute. Like you gotta do it out loud. You gotta get it out, and it also gives you this little bit of a release too, which is another thing I wanted to know is what is everybody doing for that release, right? Because we go to our doctor's appointments. Shit goes down as it always does, right? And then you come home and you have to be your person, right? So like the doctor's appointment's over, you come home, you unload how the doctor's appointment went, and then you make dinner, right? But that's not over in your head. That's not over in your heart, and your body is absorbing that.
I think we did.
And that, I think that makes us worse. I think that gives us more symptoms and
I
the stress
know.
from that, and not
I hope
not
he
being
is able to
to
locate that
just
video on manifestation, and because
always
that
having
actually
to
makes a lot of
act
sense.
like you're not
I
hurting,
remember like
and
when I was in school,
never let
we had to write
anybody
the same
really
word 5
know
times
how bad it is,
because it
things
would
like
be in your
that.
memory more.
And I think a
and
lot
it
of
makes
us
sense.
do that.
And I will say, in my older ages, reading out
So
loud
what is
does kind
everybody
of have a
doing?
tendency
What is
of
everybody doing
sticking
for a
with me
release?
more. So I mean, I understand and I get it. And once again, brain, why didn't we put that together?
Well, that's why I told you when we hung out not too long ago about the journal thing. I have to do the journal, otherwise, if I don't write down every little thing that I do during the day, I won't remember it, or I'm least likely to remember it. It's the only thing that I can think of right now that's helping.
I have the journal.
Because
I went through the beginning of the journal. It's intimidating.
it is.
There she is. Welcome back, Kara.
There you are.
I
Welcome
thought
back.
Donna was making the weirdest face at me all that time.
No.
Like, Kara, we lost you.
Yeah. Like, oh. And then me, I'm like, oh, sorry. I tell everybody sorry. Come back in.
Love you. You're awesome.
Anyway, I don't know what I was saying, but I would like to know what people are doing for a release, for to get that emotion out, let it go, get rid of it, throw it away, put it in a fire, whatever. Because I could use a little bit of that. I could
Yeah.
use a little bit of that.
So
Agreed. Yes.
I saw a video about how to get emotions that are stuck in your body out. And you grab a towel, and this is a very tiny towel, so please do not make fun of me. It's a very small towel, but we're using this as the towel. Okay, so you're supposed to take your towel, and again, but you're supposed to squeeze and turn it as hard as you can and keep going and keep going. And you're supposed to do that for a couple of minutes. And just the act of doing that moment, like that movement, and tensing up your muscles and then releasing them helps your body to release and not hold on to the emotions that you were just dealing with.
Huh. Interesting.
I will need a bigger towel, but I
Yeah, like I said, that's all I had. So there's
yeah,
that.
but that's great.
Otherwise, there's another one that if you're really angry, you can take ice, and then you go into the bathroom, you close the door, and you scream, and you throw the ice into your bathtub.
Oh. Ooh,
So
I
you're
like that.
throwing and smashing,
Just
but you're not going to break anything because it's ice.
right.
Wear glasses, wear eye protection for anybody that's listening. Please do it safe. Yeah,
And warn
exactly.
people that you live
Yeah.
with, maybe,
Yeah, yeah, let them
guys,
know you're
just
going to get
letting
some
you
anger
know,
out.
I'm fine.
Mhm.
Just leave me be for a
Yeah,
minute.
5 minutes.
I
I
did
mean,
one
that's
of
Talk
those.
great.
amongst yourselves.
I did one of
See, as
those
a
smash
topic,
rooms.
talk.
It was fun.
Mhm. Oh, yes, I want to do one of those.
I was in another city. So I need to find one local. That was really nice. And that was like you go in and there's all this different stuff, but then there was all these, this is gonna sound horrible, but it was like all these different almost weapons. You had like a sledgehammer, there was a freaking hockey stick. There was all these different things that you can use to just break things and yell. And it was so fantastic. But that's not something that you can do all the time. At least I
Right.
know I can't. But I will
Right.
say that was a really, really, really good way to
That will
oh,
send my
so much
body into a
better.
flare up. I'll be stuck on the couch for like a solid week,
Yeah, but
Oh,
but I still want to
emotionally,
do it.
you'll probably feel a
Yeah.
little bit better.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
your head will be great. Your body will be like, "What did you
Yeah.
do to me?"
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
Yeah. So, Kara, I was telling Crystal earlier that I also went to my doctor
Okay.
and had another appointment. I saw my functional medicine doctor.
Oh,
I need
nice.
his
Yeah.
name so that I can
And
find him.
yes, I will give you all of that information. And we were discussing my hypermobility. And again, he is still stating that I am hypermobile. It's not, I don't have an official, like, it's this specific one. He's like, but you're hypermobile.
Isn't there like a bunch of different ones? Not just like
Yeah,
Ehlers-Danlos, but all these other ones?
yeah, yeah. And of course, every time we come in here, like I think about the term before we start the podcast. We start the podcast, and then the term just goes
Yeah.
gone.
I
But
had to
anyway,
bring notes.
oh, and that's the one thing I didn't write down. Mine are gone. Yeah, it is what it is. But so he was explaining something to me, Kara, that I did not know. And that when you are hypermobile, your menstrual cycle actually has a lot to do with when you can basically injure yourself more readily. And he gave me this fun little chart of hormones.
Okay.
Okay. And you have your estrogen, progesterone, lutho, something or whatever, follicle, forgive me, but mouth words hard, yes. But anyways, this basically he says when you start your period to like day 7, you don't really want to do much because you're menstruating there. But from day 7 to day 21 is when you want to work out. You're less likely to injure yourself when your hormones are up here and doing the fun stuff. You're less likely to, and that goes for not only hypermobile people, but anybody who has any kind of autoimmune disease, like
That's
anything that,
crazy.
thank you for kicking that. Any kind of, where your body can flare any kind of condition, it's during your menstrual period and the couple of days beforehand. That's when your flares will probably happen more often.
Wow. Wow.
And I was like, doc, that makes a lot of sense. And I really wish somebody would have told me this like years ago.
I'm going to track that because I had a radical hysterectomy, so I don't deal with
Not
that part
only,
anymore. But
but your body still does the hormonal thing,
Right.
right?
exactly. So I'm thinking I might try to track it and just be like, okay, these days were real bad, and see
To
like
the
how far apart are those.
Also, do yourself a favor and track the moon because
Yeah,
most women are supposed to actually ovulate or supposed to menstruate when during the full moon, right? So like that's the natural cycle. And if that happens, that's an easy way to track it at least.
yeah.
Um,
I wish.
but this doctor, this doctor is actually even testing my blood based on my cycle
Oh
because he
wow.
wants to know what my exact hormones are during a specific time. And he like we went talked through all these like different things, and yeah.
That's
Hmm.
awesome. So you're gonna basically like do your blood work, every few days or something to see like where it is and make like your own little graph like that?
Well, he's going to test it during a specific time because he wants to know where my progesterone estrogen is sitting at that exact moment.
Okay.
And from that exact moment, from what I'm already doing, because I use a progesterone cream that I'm supposed to use twice, 2 to 3 times a week. And he wants to see with me using that and my symptoms starting to get more like, uh, you never want to jinx yourself,
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
but flatlining a little bit here. We want to see if that's because of that stuff or if I should not be using it or whatever. Because like the other day in physical therapy, when I'm supposed to be at, peak, performance, I injured my knee.
Oh no.
And I don't think I really don't think it was her or anything that she had done
Right.
because my knees have been slammed into walls by multiple horses.
Mm.
I was
Literally,
a
not
horseback riding
figuratively.
kind of girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, like actual like horse wall sandwich. My knee was in the middle. And this has happened on multiple occasions. So like, who knows what's going on but we're working on strengthening that. Physical therapy has been the absolute like biggest like change, I think, for my body.
That's awesome.
It's beating me up. It's beating me up. I'm exhausted. My body sucks. It hurts so much. It's so stupid, but in other things, it's getting better. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It flares up others, but makes others feel better.
So
The wonders of being chronically ill.
Right.
did somebody tell you to start using that progesterone cream or was that something that you came across?
No, my OBGYN did.
Okay.
When she took me off of birth control, because I was on birth control from when I was like 19 to 30 something. I think there was like a couple years on it, like that I wasn't on it when I like lost insurance and when I moved
Yeah.
and stuff. But like I was pretty much on it for that entire time because my cycles were so weird. But again, I also have PCOS like you, Crystal, and I also had endometriosis when I was 19.
Ooh.
I had it removed endoscopically, but
Doesn't that like
if
come
you
back
hadn't,
over time too?
Mhm.
Oh.
Yeah, once you have that pain, you just you know.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah, you
let
had
me
it
tell
too,
you the
Kara.
telltale signs.
Yeah. No, I had
The
huge
telltale signs
fibroid.
is she back.
Is she?
Yeah, you had fibroids, you said?
Yeah, the reason I did the hysterectomy was because I had endometriosis and just huge fibroids.
On top of PCOS.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And they took everything for her. So she
Yeah.
is on hormones and like you have that. I actually started using Wild EM cream, which is an over the counter thing that my doctors and I haven't really discussed, but because of the hyperhidrosis / whatever all of this is going on, like I'm I'm having like phenopause if I'm next to Kara and like if she's having a hot flash, I have one. I am
Yeah.
37 years old. No.
Yeah. Yeah.
But she was like, are you using that? Like she was on me to try to use it, and I have been using it, but this heat in Florida, man, this heat
Mm-hmm.
is something else, and I work indoors. I will do everything that I can to not step outside, and it's like it doesn't matter. It's just it comes in the damn house.
It's too
But
hot.
I haven't I have to beg my doctors to look at my hormones. Even I've been on the same birth control for close to 20 years. The same pill, not even switching it up. The same pill. Like, and every time I'm there, I'm like, well, should we switch things up? Do I need to do this? Do it? He's like, no, you're good. No, you're good. How are you having heavy periods? I'm like, well, I always have heavy periods. I have PCOS. And it's like, well, if it's working, let's not change it. And I'm like, well, but
it's not working though.
My body has changed over 20 years. Like, it's different.
Go see Donna's person.
I want her name or his name so that I can, and that's a functional medicine, which sucks. And like my insurance will not cover functional medicine, but I'm going to figure something out.
I don't know. Is your GYN functional medicine, Donna? I think
no. So my
Right.
OBGYN is actually is this town south of us.
Okay.
That's a different person. That's a female. That's a different office that I see.
You
I love her office.
You should see her OBGYN.
You should see her.
Yeah.
Okay.
I see her physician's assistant in there, and I love her. She's phenomenal. She makes you feel so comfortable. She listens. She's not judgmental. Like, she is like legit a wonderful human being. My functional medicine is the other one that's in my primary care's office.
But the functional medicine is the one that's looking at your hormones right now, right?
Yes, he is looking at my hormones. He's the one that's doing where he wants that test done. I already have this schedule, and words are getting difficult. Sorry.
It's getting late.
Brain fog.
It's getting late too.
The brain fog.
I get worse at night. I don't know about you guys, but
I don't know. First thing in the morning, like with my job, my productivity horrible in the morning. Like, he was like, well, you can start as early as 6:30. I'm like, no. I'll volunteer to stay later, because if I clock in at 6:30, you're not going to get the productivity out of me until like 11. So
right.
Yeah, no. At night, like, I'm a night bird. I can it takes a while to settle down the committee in my head is what I call it. But morning, I think I'm worse when it comes to my brain and my productivity in the morning. And I drink coffee or an energy drink or something like that. And I even started eating breakfast, which I never ate breakfast. I don't know. But yeah, night.
Sorry, my fan.
The only thing that works for my brain is yerba mate.
I'm losing you both.
Well, this light is also bright, and I only do it. Otherwise, it'd be very, very dark in here. But yerba mate is what I use on the days where my brain is really, 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 really slow.
What is that?
Can you say that again?
Yerba, it's YERBA, mate, MATE. It is a, I think it's like a herb. You can get it in teas. They have it in drinks. It will make your heart race if you have a heart condition. As long as you don't have a heart condition, you're totally fine. I actually do have a heart condition, and it does not make my heart race, which is
You're backwards.
funny. I'm always backwards. It's just what it is.
That's a thing, though, isn't it? Like, for some people, like, a medicine to help you do this, most people, it makes them sleep. You're going to be up cleaning the house. Most people, it gives them energy. You're going to be up on your ass. Like, I feel like that's kind of, some people, they're just backwards. And it wouldn't surprise me if you were.
I have a tea for you, Crystal.
Ooh, I like tea.
I'm going to drop off some tea to you tomorrow. It's a tea blend. It is Rise and Shine and Zombie tea. It's supposed to be like, you're supposed to wake yourself up like a zombie.
I've seen the advertisements for that. Yeah.
From Emerald Coast. And you drink that tea, and if you drink it like you're supposed to, which I don't, I always wind up putting it in my cup and then like taking like 3 hours to drink it, which not as beneficial. But if you drink it right away, it doesn't like wake you up, but it gives you like a little bit of pep in your brain. Like, you can start making like the connections a little bit faster. It's not a miracle worker, but I'm telling you, I'm going to drop some off for you.
I bet my boss would appreciate that.
Yeah, probably.
You tell him I said hi.
Speaking of like herbally stuff, Kara, didn't you get some new stuff in today? Like literally today?
I did, and I'm kind of excited about it, but I'm very picky. So this is,
Hi,
and
Odin.
I'm only into like good
Same.
ingredients and things like that. I haven't tried any of these before. They're all from micro ingredients. So I got the turmeric and curcumin, which I
Ooh,
put a
that's a
lot
good
of
one.
Oh,
turmeric in my food anyway. But I thought that might be better.
Real quick,
And
if
then
somebody's gonna use turmeric, you must also use black
black
pepper.
pepper.
The two
Yeah,
of them make it work.
yeah. And that's in this.
oh,
So these are,
again, we are not medical professionals.
No,
no, we
This
are
is
not.
not medical
Mm-mm.
advice. This
this is
is
our
just things that we have
experience.
found.
Yeah,
Yeah,
This
yeah,
is just things that we have found that works for us.
it may
yeah.
work for you.
So,
You
and I haven't
know,
even opened these yet. So, I also got the saffron one. They say that's good for
mm,
menopausal symptoms.
Ooh, I
I don't
haven't
know.
heard
We'll
that.
see.
I didn't
Yeah.
hear that either.
You watch it once on TikTok and like it, and then you see the next 15
Everything.
videos are about it. And then moringa
Okay.
also.
What's that one?
This one is for thinking, energy,
Oh, I need
but
that.
Okay.
not like speedy energy, but just like,
A little pep.
oh yeah, just like what you were talking about. And then
Yeah.
I also got a liver cleanse. It's got milk thistle, dandelion, NAD, dyslexia, NAC, ALA, TUDCA, I don't know. Glutathione, berberine, and artichoke. I don't know. But I'm thinking
That's
maybe I should
random.
start. I know, right? But I'm thinking because I only want to start one at a time because if I start them all four right now, I'm not going to know what helped,
Yeah.
So
Or
what
Yeah.
I'm,
what was wrong.
or what didn't exactly. Um, I'm thinking maybe.
Oh,
Go ahead.
one of those says a liver cleanse, and I know that somebody is gonna say something. The liver does cleanse itself, but yes, you are taking it for the herbal properties because herbs work. If they didn't, the Chinese medicine wouldn't be using them for the last 3,000 years.
Right. So we're gonna
Good
try it. I've
addition.
never done this before, so we'll see. But I'm thinking maybe do this liver detox. Probably start with that, right?
Let's start with that, yeah.
Maybe try
Yeah.
to cleanse out anything that shouldn't be in there.
Maybe it'll help these other things work a little bit more. So it's gonna be 4 months before I've tried them all. But I don't
You
know. We'll
should
see.
not.
We'll
Oh,
see.
You
Odin.
asshole.
Oh,
Oh,
Odin.
Odin. Your face is beat red, Donna.
Oh my god.
That's my boy.
And we lost a Crystal.
Oh, I
Yeah,
love
we
it.
lost Crystal. Did her phone die?
Oh,
Odin ran her off.
ladies.
Her fart scared
I think
Crystal.
Donna might be
You
frozen.
big meanie.
God.
Did I lose
Are you
everybody?
messaging her?
Of
The
course.
whole time I was
Yeah.
lost, I didn't know. I was just talking away. And then you're
That's
like,
why I texted you.
and then I got a message and I was like, oh, sorry. like y'all could see me.
Oh, I sound like a damn tea kettle.
Oh my God. So let me know if anybody's tried any of these from micro ingredients
Yeah.
or anywhere else. I'd love to hear what non-advertising people have to say about them.
You are.
They should be.
I'm like, Donna, I think you're frozen.
Yeah. Yeah.
We said that Odin's fart scared you away.
Well, I mean, I've been around him. That can happen.
Yeah.
I mean, he is
That's
pretty,
okay.
so.
Wait for Jinko, the bulldog.
No, I'm good.
He can
Although I
clear
gotta
their
say,
room.
but I do have to say, when it comes to Jinko, he's a bulldog for sure. And We got him on. We started him on. What's the company, Crystal?
Native Pet.
Native Pet. We
I hear
started him
good
on the
things.
daily, and we started him on the allergy pill, and I think he's doing a lot better. Like a lot better.
Oh, absolutely.
His
I'll back that
stomach.
up. That allergy, he's not itchy from the grass and everything like that much
Mhm.
anymore, which is really good considering he's a bulldog. So he's very slow and he will just lay in the grass
Right. Right. But
for
they get
hours.
itchy, and the heat's not good for him. And we're in Florida. You can't get away from the heat. And he
No.
loves
I
to be
tried.
outside. But his skin's better. He doesn't have
Gas.
as much gas. He's not itching as
That's
much.
always a plus.
He
I-
does need
That's
his
a huge
nails
plus.
clipped though.
I know. I just actually got a new clipper with a light on it so that I can see better.
Oh, I saw
Ooh.
those. You'll have to
Mhm.
show me how. I'm just afraid to.
I'm
If their
afraid to hit
claws
like
are
the
white,
quick.
it's easy. If their claws are white, you can see the quick underneath it. It's only when they're black that it's an issue, and even then, you can still tell when you're getting closer. Just gotta shave it off slowly. Patience,
Oh
which
yeah,
none of
I
us
don't.
have.
I don't have a lot of that.
Oh,
So that's We'll
the only
just
patience I have
I
is with
am
the
a
dog.
patient. I don't have patience.
Oh, okay.
So,
So I do have one thing going on.
go for it.
I have an appointment tomorrow
Finally. Sorry.
for an ultrasound. Because I have these two
Oh, I see them.
huge lumps
Yeah, look at that.
on
It
my
was
arm,
just one when the ultrasound was ordered.
and now it's two.
2 weeks.
And it hurts a bit. And
Mm,
I thought maybe it was like poor lymphatic drainage
that's what I
type
was
thing.
thinking. Yeah, yeah.
But none of the major lymph nodes like in this area are seem to be bothered at all. She's like, the doctor said she thinks it's a lipoma, but I've never seen a lipoma grow another arm off of it in 2 weeks. So I'm not really sure. And it's a very clear definition. Like it's one big one that I think is actually turning into two lumps and then a whole nother one.
Not for nothing, but didn't you have scans done once before where like things were there and then they weren't, and they were there and then they weren't?
Oh yeah, that's my yearly MRIs. Yeah.
I'm just saying, like your body, you are a unicorn,
Yeah.
and you just like to
She's a
magically
chimera.
create things. Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I call it. That's what I
Well,
said.
I'm not convinced yet that I'm not actually, because
I think you
it
are a
is weird that
chimera.
my labs every 6 weeks can be very positive,
Yeah.
very negative, like
And
scary positive, and then like you never had it.
Donna at one point had noticed that it even depended on the arm that's used. That's why we're like, well, chimera, because if your left arm's positive and your right arm's not. Did you eat your twin in
Yeah,
the womb?
No, it's coming out
she
in my
might have.
arm.
Right.
Anybody actually listens to this entire thing and comments on it and comments chimera, I'm gonna laugh
Oh, please
because that
do.
Oh,
means that
That
they
please
would be
watched
do.
it
great.
the whole way.
That would be great.
They should. That'd be awesome.
I do like the idea that you were saying, Donna, about if you don't want to talk about your story, send us a little snippet and we'll
Yep.
we'll
Yeah,
bring
we
it to
don't
the
have to.
show. I think that's great
We'll
too.
make it a separate inbox so that we don't have to worry about it, and then this way, like, we'll know when they come in, and then
Yeah,
this way it's easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
we'll get that set up. That's
Anonymous.
fantastic. Yeah,
What was that?
Anonymous.
can
Anonymous.
be.
Exactly.
Absolutely, it can
Yeah.
be. Yeah.
And I would love to hear other people's stories, and if they have anything that they
Mhm.
can give for information or input, or
Yeah.
because it's going to take a village to fix this,
Oh yeah, for sure.
a really large one.
You can say that
So,
again.
Crystal, what's your next appointment? What do you got?
Oh,
Lab,
Jesus.
primary,
I
neuro?
don't freaking know. My next appointment is a primary appointment in like 2 months because what was going to happen was I was going to start that med, and then 2 weeks into the med, I was going to do blood work, and then 2 weeks later, I was going to do an appointment. So that appointment was never made because I didn't start the med yet. So my
Right.
next appointment is not like for 2 months, which again,
Make one.
pisses me off.
Make one.
I probably am, because it's just, I feel like if I'm not there, if I'm not calling, if I'm not being that person, are you really working on me?
So,
And
okay, remember, but think about like this though, Crystal, before you say your next line. How many patients are these offices seeing on a
right,
daily, right? Like it's not just you, like you're another unicorn, right? You're really important, but
Mhm.
if they have 50 other patients that they're also working on,
That could
and
also be unicorns.
right.
right, we slip through the cracks sometimes, unfortunately.
And with this doctor too, I think that I know for me, more than one occasion, the almost PTSD feeling of having bad doctors sets in really quick anytime I need
It,
to
like,
see a new doctor.
boils.
But in your case, and you talked about it on here just now, right? You saw the same doctor for 22 years. You've seen this lady, what, 3 times? 3 times? And she's
Started seeing her in
already,
January, and it's now September.
and she is figuring things out. She is thinking about you so much when you're not there that she brought you up to the drug rep. So
Hmm.
I think maybe if anybody has any ideas of how to try to clear your head of all the bad and be like perceptive, not perceptive. What's the word I'm looking for? Brain fog. And be willing to look at it like it were new. I think that you would find that she's done you pretty good. It's just not
Hmm.
fast. And I don't know that not being fast is her fault in this day and age, right? We got insurance
Right, because it's
companies
insurance too.
closing left and right. None of the insurances want to pay for shit. All the PAs are hard to get, and that's not going to get any better right now. But I think when it comes to what she's done with you, I think that she has come bounds and leaps over some of the other doctors, some of which we share, some of which all three of us actually shared.
Right. True.
So, but it's hard. It's easy for me to spot. Like I could tell you you're doing it. But if I'm doing it, I'm just like, I don't know. I don't like this doctor. I don't know why. you know?
It's easier to advocate for somebody else than it is to
Yeah.
advocate for yourself.
Yeah.
Once
And you
again,
see it from the outside.
another reason to have somebody else with you.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't know.
Absolutely.
I watched, Kara, I watched you for 6 years fight for a diagnosis that you, like, what, within the past year actually got and are starting the treatment. And I watched how hard it was for you to start that medication. Donna, I've only known you 6.5 years, but most of that you've been undiagnosed with the hypermobility. And I've watched you struggle, and I watched the doctors, as she said, some of which we share. I would walk into the doctor's office and they'd be like, "Hey, how's Donna?"
Hmm.
And I lost my train of thought. I just got a message and it
Brain
went.
fog.
But
Talking about
I've
how
watched
you
you.
watched me, you watched Donna, and
I've watched you guys
yeah.
struggle to get the diagnosis. Now I literally have a diagnosis hanging over my head. Granted, it's one that I don't want, but it's hanging over my head.
Right.
And to talk to the doctor's office today, and they said, "Oh, well, the company that makes that medication only has one person that does prior auth." So she says it takes about 30 to 45 days to do, and then it has to go to the insurance. To hear that and know that this diagnosis is dangling above me like a freaking fish in a cat, all I want
So
to do is scream.
think of it this way. Do you remember when it was like, oh my God, I'm finally going to be able to start these infusions? And it got messed up. And are you frozen? Okay. It got
No.
messed up. And the infusion, the medication for the infusion sat in my refrigerator
Yep.
for a year. A
Yep.
year. It was right there in my refrigerator. And I had to look at it. And we still could not get to where I could start that damn infusion. Something always came up. That's when I had to have the radical
It's correct.
hysterectomy. That's and you can't, it was rituximab. You can't It kills your immune system. You can't be killing your immune system and going into a major surgery, you know? Insurance was an issue. Then it was like, well, why did the med come to you? We can't give
Right.
you this medication because we don't know if you've handled it properly, you know? And then what happened? I fought and I fought and I fought and I fought instead of I have always said if you have to fight really hard for it, be careful because
Yep.
all the good shit that has happened to me in my life happens because I'm not trying. I'm not looking. I'm just doing, right? And
Hmm.
then things pop up and they're easy. If I got to stand there and I got to stretch and reach and try to grab it and get it, it never works out. Case in point, that rituximab, what happened? What happened? What happened?
You were
The
allergic.
first time I took
Your
it, I
your
didn't even
throat
make it
closed
Allergic.
through
up.
the first one. My throat closed up.
Oh, and let's just make this completely obvious to anybody that listens. Nobody wants any of these diagnoses.
No.
No, we don't want these diagnoses. Like we don't want these problems. Like getting a diagnosis just means that like you actually get vindicated. Like you feel like, all right, I'm
Validated.
not crazy.
Mhm.
I'm not. Thank
Validation.
you. I'm not crazy.
Yeah.
And Kara, it's funny that you say that. You know, the only reason I got the hypermobile diagnosis was because I asked about getting an x-ray on my neck because I just wanted to make sure that I hadn't done more damage because I knew it was completely straight.
Yeah.
That's how I got the diagnosis, like got on the hypermobile journey. I
Isn't that
only wanted to
crazy?
make sure that I was like, listen, like my neck is kind of funky. It always hurts. Like it's always something I've had an issue with. I just want to make sure. And they were like, yeah, x-ray, not a problem. Let's give you an x-ray.
Right.
And then all of a sudden I have a team of doctors that are now working on my case.
Right.
But you fought to get an X-ray. You came up with
No.
the idea. Well, you came up
And
with
they
the
did
idea. You asked for
right.
it.
But I didn't have to fight that though. Like that, the doctor that I have right now, because my primary doctor was when I asked her about that, she's like, yeah, sure, let's get you an X-ray. The second she looked at the X-ray, she's like, you need an ortho appointment. We need to bring this further, and that's when they brought the functional medicine doctor in, and had him look at my case, and that's how I got the original like, hey, you possibly are hypermobile. No, you are hypermobile.
But it just opened up for you. It was like nothing, nothing, nothing. Do one little thing and here you go. Here's a red carpet to your next step. Whether that's gonna be, the end all be all thing that helps or not, it's at least the next step. And
Well, and
go
if
ahead.
you were to look at the hypermobile, like if you look at the symptoms of it, this is stuff that I've been dealing with my entire life. Like having constant chronic hiccups. I used to disrupt classes when I was a child. Like my teachers put
Wow.
me outside of the classroom because I wouldn't stop hiccuping because my diaphragm
So
for like 20, 30 minutes would just keep going.
Wow.
Elementary school.
oh,
Like that was an early sign of, hey, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah. But they didn't know it. They didn't know it back
No,
then.
no, and they wouldn't have. It was the 80s and the 90s, man. We didn't start studying the female body until recently. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. All
I
right,
don't know.
ladies. I love all of you. I'm so appreciative to the people that watch, and I really hope people start reaching out to us too. We're gonna get together and make even more means for you guys to be able to do that. Our name is the same everywhere, though, correct, Donna?
Yes.
CDC Unfiltered. So
Yep.
any of
The
those
unfiltered.
platforms, you could search for CDC Unfiltered. Believe me, we're the only one. So go ahead and
And
follow us on
it's the
there.
same logo. Same
Yep.
logo. It's our little owl
Yeah. Yeah.
that Crystal
And
got.
we're excited to hear from you. We're excited to bring you more of our stories and even some of our bad days because I think that's just as important. And I'm really bad at that, and then I'm gonna have the girls hold me a little bit more accountable to it. It's not like I can't talk to you guys from bed. In the
Right.
long run, this is just as good for us as it is for our listeners and our watchers. So,
Absolutely.
I mean, we just got to do it. We just got to do it. I literally was still in the shower when it was like decided tonight that we were going to hop on. And I think it's been a great show tonight. And I think that I'm just grateful. I'm just grateful for all of it. To be
Mhm.
here with you ladies, and to be able to be part of creating this community that is clearly needed by more people
Oh
than
my
just
God.
us. So
Okay.
keep
Again,
coming back.
the number of views is crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. And good luck to
Right.
everybody.
All
Good luck.
right. Everybody have a good night.
Have a
Have a
good
good night,
night.
everybody. Remember, we are not medical professionals. Do not take what we
Non-medical professionals.
say as a
Yeah.
medical diagnosis or anything, guys. Seriously, we're just here
No.
to start a community. Let's
Yeah.
talk through some things. Let's make it a little easier for everybody.
Yep.
Come join
Let's
us.
Yeah.
create a village that everybody needs right now.
I love it.
Agreed.
Yep.
Well,
I
All
love
right.
it. All
Love
right,
you guys.
everybody.